Coach, the calendar's turned to March, always an exciting time of year. What do you like about these next few weeks leading up to the national tournament?
Well, as a competitor, the bigger the match, the more exciting it is, and postseason is as good as it gets. We have we're fortunate to have some big duels here, we put a lot of value and emphasis on those dual meets. So we have big matches throughout the year, but the Big Ten and the Nationals, that's obviously the ultimate goal, and that's fun stuff.
Where do you feel like the team is right now heading into the Big Ten championships?
Well, I think we're in good spirits. I think we're healthy. Our team is set, so there's no uncertainty there, and I think our guys are hungry and excited for the opportunity. I think they believe that they're getting better and have gotten better from day one until now, and that we'll be at our best. And I think there's that's obviously very important, but I believe our kids believe, and I believe that we're wrestling better than we have all year, and this is the time to do that.
You have 5 guys who will be experiencing the Big Tens for the first time this weekend. Anything you say to them differently, or the older guys, anything you say to them to get them ready for this opportunity?
It's you speak to individuals a little differently, but overall as a team, it's more about the message and the effort and the attitude that you're sharing with them, and every day of the year. It doesn't really work to get down to the end and then say, okay, here we are, let's get ready for this big tournament. You're getting ready for the Big Ten tournament in November and September and August and July. And 5 years ago, these kids have been wrestling their whole lives, and they wouldn't be here if they weren't gamers and competitors. So it's just a matter of just breathe and just go to work.
At the other end of the experience spectrum, obviously Matt Brown wrestling for the final time in the Big Tens. How do you feel like he has evolved from the time he was at his first Big Tens to this point right now? What are you looking for out of Matt this weekend?
Well, I think example more than anything. Just we know he's going to compete hard. He's going to wrestle hard. He knows what he wants to do. But we're looking just more for example, just the way he carries himself, the way the energy that he brings, making sure it's positive. Obviously, and I'm not worried about that. That's the energy he brings. But as a leader, it's not so much what you say. It's just obviously it's what you do. If you say one thing but feel something else, it doesn't really work. So I mean, with him, it's just a matter of we want just expect him to be a leader, a guy that's excited and feeling good and smiling, and when the whistle blows, obviously he leads by example, wrestles by example.
Morgan's another veteran guy. What have you liked about the way Morgan has wrestled here down the stretch?
Well, I think Morgan's continuing to improve, and we've seen that pattern with him, and he's looking good. And if he just wrestles and goes after points, he can. I wouldn't say easily, but he can win the national championship without any question. He's that good. He's good in all positions. The more scrambles, the better. The more action, the better. So we just want him to get in there and let the dust fly, or the feathers, or whatever the saying is. Just let's create some action, and because if he does that, he's going to come out on top.
Where do you feel like Jimmy Gulabon has improved the most this year?
I think his expectation to win. I think that's the big thing. I think last year he was just a little uncertain, wasn't sure, as a freshman, and with a slow start. But this year, he's beaten a lot of the good guys, and the weight class is very wide open. It's whoever goes out there and scores the most points, and he has the ability to score a lot of points. So I think confidence is key. Confidence is key for everybody, obviously, but he's been wrestling well and much more consistent, and again, he's a gamer as well. You see in the big dual meets when your guys go out there and get after it and wrestle as well as they can. That's a good sign of the way they'll compete in the postseason.
So much talent across the entire Big Ten. Are there any weight classes that you're looking forward to watching go down this weekend?
That's a good question. I think the Big Ten is always competitive. There are always a lot of matches, individual matches, but I'm just so focused on our team. It would take me a minute. I'm not It's not matches I'm looking forward to, to watching. I'm not there to be a fan. I just want to be there to, help our guys be the best they can be and support them in whatever way I can. But as a, I'm sure for any spectator, you go to the Big Ten, it's very competitive. There's not a lot of fluff. You get going and it's a sprint right from the beginning all the way to the end. And the last 4 years, the lead has changed. I think, at least last year it changes. Minnesota was in the lead by 20, then Iowa was in the lead, and then, we were fortunate to, end up in the lead at the end. But, it's a great team race because of the size of the tournament, and every match is huge, and that makes for a great event.
A little bit unique in that there aren't a ton of matches for guys to wrestle this weekend compared to nationals. Is there any type of approach that you approach things a little differently as a competitor, knowing that you don't have as many opportunities to get those bonus points and do those things?
Yeah, you just got to make every second count. As a team, obviously bonus points are going to be huge and could very well decide who wins the team championship. That's the reason we were able to compete at the scuffle with teams like Missouri and Cornell and Oklahoma State, just because our guys were they were attacking those team points. They were wrestling as a team, and we're going to need that same kind of energy and hustle here. And because they don't have that many matches, you got to make every match count and use every second.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Tony.